Hey guys, I'm Drew357 and we are excited to show you the Kimber Custom Two-Tone Next Gen 1911. This handgun is chambered in 45 ACP. We're going to start by shooting it a whole lot and then we're going to sit down and talk about it. So here we've got the Kimber Custom Two-Tone. As you can see, it's a beautiful firearm. It's got the three different colors here, and then you got the wood grips. This is chambered in 45 ACP. You can also get a stainless model, but as far as this firearm goes, the black finish is a Kim Pro 2 black finish. It's on the slide here, but also on the safeties. And then here, this is a matte stainless steel color on the grip module. And looking at the grips, these are black walnut and they've got a G10 inlay. Just beautiful. This firearm has a bob. I'm a big fan of having a bobtail, especially if you're carrying. This can keep the firearm from printing underneath of your shirt if you're carrying inside the waistband. Kimber does include with this firearm a very nice range bag. I love it because it has magazine storage, multiple gun sleeves if you wanted to put other guns in the bag, and also storage for things that you might take to the range like mag loaders or hearing protection. This gun does have a weight empty of 37.5 ounces, so it's got some nice weight to it, being that it's all forged steel for taming those 45 ACP loads. Kimber did a nice job with the slide serrations on this firearm. When you have a red dot at the rear, sometimes it's easier just to bring your thumb and your index finger and just rack the slide up here like this. So from the serrations they put on the top and the sides, it just creates a nice little pocket for racking the slide. This gun is kind of a stepchild of the Kimber 2K11. It's got some of the new features like the C&H precision plates that you can mount whatever optic you'd like to. I chose to actually go with a C&H plate that had a rear sight on here so that I could co-witness the optic. But this firearm is chambered in 45 ACP. You can also get it in 9mm. As it is right now, it comes with a stainless steel mag that holds 7 rounds, but you can also get 8-round mags that'll fit flush in here also. The materials used to make this firearm are all forged steel. The frame, barrel, and slide. So similar to a lot of classic 1911s that were used in World War I and World War II, you're really owning a piece of history here. It does not have a rail on the front, but in my opinion, it just makes the gun even prettier. I understand a rail and being able to put a light on it, but with this particular firearm in the collection, I like the way it looks with the more classic look. And while we're talking about classic, here's a Kimber from 2000. This was one of my first handguns as a teenager, and it's chambered in 45 ACP as well. As you can see, it does not look a whole lot different than this newest next-gen Kimber. Now, one of the things you'll notice that's a little different is that the extractor is an external extractor, very similar to the Kimber 2K11, which I have right here. You can see it's got an external extractor. But on this old classic one that I have, it's got an internal extractor. I believe Kimber did this just because they felt as you get thousands of rounds through this gun, it's more reliable. The other thing that this firearm has internally is a GT trigger. And while we're talking about the trigger, I can show you the reset. Very short and very crisp. When we were doing the trigger pulls, I got an average of 2 pounds 9 ounces. Kimber advertises on their website 4 to 5 pounds, but in this case they under-promised and over-delivered on that beautifully low and crisp trigger pull. When you're looking at the 1911 here, it's got a red front sight, and then you can see I co-witnessed it with that C&H Precision rear sight. This is a Trijicon RMR HD red dot 3.2 MOA. I love the size of the window here, because just due to the nature that this is a 45 ACP, you're propelling a 230 grain bullet here versus a 9mm is usually 115 grain. So it's double the size on the bullet. That's one of the reasons why you might get a little bit more recoil when it comes to this firearm. That disconnector that they put on here, it makes it so that it's a very, very smooth slide. They did a sloped ramp similar to what they did in the 2K11. You can see it right there. And the purpose of the disconnector is to disconnect the sear from the trigger so that this firearm only shoots one shot at a time and it doesn't go fully automatic. And also the trigger will not pull until the slide is forward and the bullet is fully in battery. You can see here it's got 32 lines per inch checkering on the front of the grip and also on the rear here over top of the mainspring housing. Just helps you to get a really, really nice grip on the firearm. This is actually a pretty expensive process, so the fact that you can get this handgun for under $1,000 I think is just amazing. It makes it a really, really good value. There's a flush fit deep crown SST barrel on this firearm, and this is match grade, so there's just a really, really tight fit up here. And you can see if the firearm was ever to be dropped, I've said this in other videos, it kind of protects the inside of the barrel having this design like this. I really like, for taking it down, that the plug is flat. I've had some videos where people comment, hey, why do you use that tool to take the firearm down? Well, this part right here, when I take it down, it's just so much easier to have this be flat, whereas on my old Kimber, and I'm not complaining, it's a little sharp on your thumb when you push down on that sharp edge. So Kimber gives you a tool that comes in the bag with this firearm. You can use it right on here to just start that process. There's a very, very, very tight fitting on the barrel bushing. The first time I took down this firearm, I had a hard time getting this out. But I think if you just pull on the frame, there's just very, very, very little play. And that's part of what makes it so accurate. These C&H Precision plates, you can mount whatever kind of optic you'd like on them. You just order the appropriate plate. And CH Precision did tell me that they recommend that you only use their screws when mounting your optics. Some people have gotten into trouble using the screws that actually come with the optics. Sometimes they're too long or they don't fit into the C&H Precision T-nuts that well. So just use C&H Precision's hardware that they give you with the firearm is what I'm saying. For full disclosure, this is our gun. We get to keep this gun, but we have made it our own, and we have fired probably 1,200 rounds through it yet with no malfunctions. And I've shot defense rounds through it, full metal jackets through it. Anna shot a few shots. You saw her earlier in the video. She was able to shoot this gun very, very accurately. I really enjoyed it, and I also had some other people that are very good shooters shoot it that really had nothing but good things to say about it. I'd like to take a moment to thank some of our channel supporters. The first is Target Sports USA. They have an Ammo Plus membership for $100 a year, and you get 8% off all ammunition and free priority shipping on any quantity. Also Ballistol. We appreciate them sending us these cleaning fluids that keep these firearms so clean and functioning at their highest level. And next is Talon Grips. They have grip tape that we like to put on a lot of our concealed carry firearms. They just help us get an even better grip on the firearm, especially when they're smaller guns and you need to get follow-up shots. It just helps it to stay in your hand. And lastly is Extra Carry. They make this really cool magazine pouch. It fits in your pocket. It looks like a knife, but it's a place to put your extra magazine, and you can face the bullets forward or backward, whichever way you prefer. So to wrap it up, this is the Kimber Next Gen Custom Two-Tone. This is a 45 ACP. You can get it in 9mm. This is a chance to own a piece of history. It's not too much different than the classic one here from the year 2000, but you can put a red dot on the top. It's got that external extractor, and it's got that really, really nice GT trigger. So just a beautiful firearm, and I think if you're looking to get a lot of bang for your buck and you want a 1911, I can tell you this has had over 1,000 rounds through it, and as long as you're using these factory magazines, it's been super, super reliable. For those of you that want more capacity, this 2K11 also comes in 45 ACP. I believe it's 13 plus 1 rounds and 45 ACP and 20 plus 1 rounds and 9mm. It's got that rail for your light. It's got the C&H precision plate to put any optic you want up there. So Kimber's really got a lot of really cool guns that you can buy right now to fill different areas of your shooting. So we appreciate you guys stopping by. We've been putting some stuff up on Instagram if you want to follow us over there. We'd love to communicate with you. We do post some things over there that we don't put on YouTube, but we really appreciate your support of this channel. So I'm Drew357, and we'll catch you on the next video.